Hello everyone. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm just double checking to make sure that I'm actually streaming now. But if it is indeed working, hello everyone. Welcome to another installment of Tina's Tiny Tuesdays. No, it's Thursday. It is totally Thursday. Okay, it's actually working now. I don't know what happened, but like my streaming service, Streamlabs, it just I hit go live at like 2:02, and it just was frozen for a good. I kept having it was frozen for like a good 5-10 minutes, and I kept having to open it and close it. But hello everyone, you're here now. That's all that matters. I think I shaved off too much of his jaw right there. But anyway, today we are going to be finishing the portrait that I started on Tuesday. I thought about just finishing it after the stream, but then I was like, I'm going to be going through the Fantastic Four anyway. So, and also I had a lot going on yesterday. And so I was like, you know what, let me just give the wrist a break and just paint on Thursday. So today we are going to be finishing up Mr. Fantastic. He did not look like this when the stream was over. I did paint on him for a little while. But did work on him for a little bit, but I did not complete him. I put on like some basic layers and shaved off some things. This is what it looked like prior to me messing with it. Before stream, when I was waiting for the stuff to actually start going. His draw I had a little bit too much draw on this side. I'll lower the opacity so you guys can see. Yeah, there's too much draw over here. This, I had to trim in a little bit. His ear was way too big over here, and a little too big over here. So I slimmed that down. And instead of going for exact details, I decided to just like paint in shadows and then work around that. We'll see how that goes, but also after that I'm going to be working on Michael Chiklis's Ben Grimm from the same Fantastic Four franchise. But yeah, that's what I've got planned for today. I hope you guys enjoy the stream and enjoy hanging out. Oh. Hi, Katrina. Oh, I took off too much of his ear. So it is. There we go. But I had it like way out here before. I gave him Dumbo ears when I was sketching initially. I don't know why. I always draw people's ears too big, and it's not like a thing of like, oh, I have big ears, so I draw people's big ears. Look at these. Look at these. These are not big ears. I don't know why. I don't know.
You be so busy trying to be like you, but God wants you to be like Him. The word says if you wish to follow Christ, you must deny yourself daily. You want the less of you and more of Him.
Satan's trying to stop me, so he's guarding the best. But it's a setup for your shot, like I'm screening for Steph, I guess. I just need to trust in you, be submissive and just let you do what you do. Sometimes I miss the mark in who I am and how you'll move. Even though you said the works you do that I would too. I wanna be like you. Every day I wake with joy, cause I'm really like you. I wanna have the faith so I can receive like you, preach like you, make the world believe like you. If they're hiding, send me, I wanna seek like you. When they hate, I will turn the other cheek like you. Can I help and give strength to the weak like you? You spoke the world in 7 days. Can I speak like you? Yeah. I know, you know, I won't lose hope. My heart, my soul, my goals, it's all yours. You speak, I do, I win when I lose. In all that I do, I wanna be like you. I just wanna be like you. I just wanna be like you. I just wanna be like you.
None of their like the basic shapes are in there, like the shadows for where his brows and like eye sockets are, the undershadow for his nose, and shadow like for his chin and stuff. Now that all those like basic blocks are there, I'm going to start filling in like the smaller, finer details.
Cause my time is approaching. I know you spoke it, but sometimes I forget that I'm chosen. Cause I can't do what everyone else do. I can't give way to the things they attest to. I can't walk and make decisions based on my eye view.
Usually when I make portraits, or at least when I've been making these tiny portraits, this isn't, I don't have like a set thing that I always do, but what I've been doing for the portraits most of the time is that I've been going in, trying to find the shape of the eyes, the shape of the nose, shape of the lips and stuff, and then going in and adding shadows and details and stuff. This time I'm doing shadows first and then adding in light and more form to the finer parts of the face and seeing how that plays out, because I've struggled with a couple of portraits. I did struggle a lot with the Venom portrait and the Alfred Molina as well. So I'm going more shadow based this time instead of feature face focused.
Always remember the best version of yourself is who God created you to be, and not who you're trying to be.
Tell them call me if they looking for a mirror. I got blessings in the natural and the spirit. Too much favor and anointing, you can see it. If you make it your confession, you can be it. Just believe it. Tell them call me if they looking for a mirror. I got blessings in the natural and the spirit. Too much favor and anointing, you can see it. If you make it your confession, you can be it. Just believe it. I've been grinding daily, it's a different vibe. Had to put my mental focus back in line. Talking negative, I move it to the side. Ain't no time to take a day off, working through the night. Seek the kingdom first, that's the motive. Don't focus on the fear, can't afford it. God trumps all, you should know this. And let them know we keep our service secret like we POTUS. And when the storm blows, sometimes it's harder to see. But we wait when the trouble comes regardless of heat. If they joining us, we tell them go and hearken to speak. To get them in to enter in, I know it started with me. I'm starting to see, it seems our hearts are hardened to me. There's one in the three, or 3 and 1 we pace when we read. Like Cam with the D, I see the hearts that fly over me. But I'm taking in the future like I'm married to see. Tell them call me if they looking for a mirror. I got blessings in the natural and the spirit. Too much favor and anointing, you can see it. If you make it your confession, you can be it. Just believe it. Tell them call me if they looking for a mirror. I got blessings in the natural and the spirit. Too much favor and anointing, you can see it. If you make it your confession, you can be it. Just believe it. Like we sitting in the bleachers, boy, we ain't come to play. Are you hearing how they speak it? So it's doubting what they say. Start tearing the demons if I ever speak his name. Oh, I heard the devil's looking for me. Tell him not today or the street. Yeah, I know defeat, but I know it's peace. Faith is deep. We on Mary streets, only wives to be. Here to talk, hit him with the cross. Calling nice and late. Love him hard, having second thoughts. Go play elevate. You can catch me at the crib, just lay low and save folks. I got blessings that I want and pray for. It's paid for. And we blessed because we never pay as low. We gave more. See, the business grows because we made known our faith strong. We take the limits off, and as the vision grows, collect residuals from plenty folks. We ride through any show and shiny vehicles. So twisted though, we keep the spirit close. We walk in miracles, spiritual. If you just listen close, the lyrics telling folks call me if they looking for a mirror. I got blessings in the natural and the spirit. Too much favor and anointing, you can see it. If you make it your confession, you can be it. Just believe it. Tell them call me if they looking for a mirror. I got blessings in the natural and the spirit. Too much favor and anointing, you can see it. If you make it your confession, you can be it. Just believe it. working, trying to fulfill my purpose and be certain to secure things. I'm never worried about the money or time frame. When God is with you, your picture is a divine thing. See, God's love is like no one else. Before you learn to love somebody, you gotta love yourself. And if you love yourself, then God is who you needed to seek. That's a lesson that I'm learning and I still haven't reached. One day they love you and the next they all trying to compete. I see it's clear they flip-flopping, they don't know who to be. I got a team that keeps me focused and away from defeat. I got brothers like no other who breathes passion in me. If I lack anything, God attaches for free. That's a trade you need to make, like I'm asking to leave. We know the throne is not a game, but like we capping the knee. You're trying to take me to the top, but I'm dragging my feet. I know it's crazy to think that he chased after me. They say he leaves the 99 just to come for a sheep. And you can count on them to doubt you, cause they all wanna sleep. But see, it's what he says about you that awakens your peace. If you only believe, then your limits will cease. You'll see the weight on you decline while your blessings increase. When they ask me for the time, tell them right now. Stand up for the truth, you won't ever see us lie down. If they sleeping on us, let them sleep, they gon' find out. Amazon flow, but I ain't even in my prime now. Always looking forward to the day that my wife comes. Thankful for my father, making sure I have the right one. Everybody wants it, but to get some patience. I know that you've been praying, but he's saying, you're too anxious. If you're a fan, you'll get it, just tell the ones that don't. I thank the Lord, the small beginnings before I grow. Don't let me rise before my time, I know you know. With all resolve, don't let me fall like those before. To all my people that's going through, just keep the faith. Just know his purpose is working for good to come your way. As long as God's in your corner, I know you'll never fail. Above only the motto, the head and not the tail. I'm rising, they undermine, cause the God is still under mine. His timing is timeless because the time is still under God. I'm finding my time is combined with rhyming and running hard, cause the race isn't waiting on, not giving no running start. I tell them to follow God, they all seem to be apart. They take me in circles just like I'm riding the Matterhorn. I pray if you follow God that you give it your very all, cause haters and fakers are waiting to see the day you fall. Yeah.
Nah, you see, above only isn't about you being better than anyone or thinking that you're higher than the next person. See, that's pride. Pride is too much confidence in self. Faith is confidence in God. You know, Jesus didn't walk around saying that he was better than anyone, even though he certainly could have, you know? He was God. But Jesus was able to do the things he could do because of his focus. His focus was on the high things, the heavenly things. Above only means you decided to be who God called you to be. Recognize your place for royalty. Be a king. Be a queen. God said you are the head and not the tail. Above only, not beneath. When you walk in that, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
Oops. Okay, so I think it's going pretty good so far. I think it's kind of got this side of the face kind of has that, you know, a little bit of that intensity, that stare that's going on, you know, that I'm looking directly at the camera and I know things because I've got like 20 degrees because I'm Richards. Obviously he needs an eyebrow, but I think this is going pretty good so far. seen this version of Fantastic Four in a while. It's been maybe like a good 5 or 6 years since the last time I've seen their movie. Maybe longer. You know, you might see like clips or something. Or there might be like it on like a FX or something like that. While you're flicking through TV channels. If people even still do that, my dad does that. Just flick through channels and then eventually just ends up watching the same Marvel movies that are playing on another channel or something like that, but this one doesn't, the Fantastic Four movies don't play as much as some of the other superhero movies. I wonder why that is. I mean, I feel like they did back in the day. Maybe a good like 10, 15, maybe like a good 10 years ago. They played more often, but now it's more Marvel's stuff that's come out within like the last 5 or 6 years. But I remember liking the Fantastic Four movies when they came out. It's been a while since I looked at them with like a critical eye though. I don't have super deep psychological analysis for the Fantastic Four movies like I did for the Spider-Man trilogy. But I want to watch those again. I did not like the Fantastic Four that came out with Michael B. Jordan. Oh, hello, Zumbo! That one just felt sort of weird and I don't know. I saw the movie one time and I was like, that's good enough for me. I feel like I do have his bottom lip currently too thin. I will fix that after I do the right eye and see how things feel on the rest of his face. got these like chocolate brown eyes, and there's like a really pretty shine. Ah, that is, yeah, this pixel, guys. That's totally, this singular pixel is what I wanted to zoom in on. Let's go over here. There's this really nice shine that's got going on right there. I suck at drawing maps. Oh, you're doing Gim Gam tonight? I thought that was over. These maps are ugly, but it'll work. Or is it just like, no, it's not over. You're getting near the end, right? Because you guys were like on a hiatus for a little bit. Someone couldn't show up, right? That's what it was. You're getting close to the end, okay. His eyes look weird. What did I do wrong? I think this this eyeball is too big and too far to the right. Not like the ball of the eye, the iris. That's a little better. It still looks a little off though. Wait for that to dry and then add more paint there. Just checking my... I adjusted where the nose was because I had it fatter on this side, but it's skinnier now. Did you see the little animated short that Larian put out for patch 8 for Baldur's Gate? I like all the little animations that they did for like whenever they would announce something or there would be a new patch or an update or something. I thought it was cute that the studio would do that. Although, in this last skit, I felt like it was too much Asterion going on. Is this the fan for stick? Oh, are you talking about the way they did the logo for the Fantastic Four movie? But yeah, this is the way this. Did they do it like that, or was that the other? No, that's like the 2000. That's the later one. This is the one that had Chris Evans in it and Jessica Alba. Not the one with Michael B. Jordan. I did not like the one with Michael B. Jordan in it. Like I said earlier in the stream, I only saw that movie one time, and that one time was enough. When Doom was just, you know, like splitting people's brains open with his mind, I was like, this is a horror film. Why does this part feel so disjointed from the rest of what was going on? This is... Also, I didn't like the... Yeah... It was bad. It was bad. Like other superhero stuff, there are things about them that make them bad, but the whole thing was... And like, the girl that was playing Sue Storm in it, I don't know, she was like on some show where she was a brunette, and so she was filming both of them at the same time, so she couldn't dye her hair blonde or whatever. Okay, fine. People wear wigs all the time for TV shows and whatnot. However, she had a different wig on in like every scene, and it did not look like the other wigs that she was wearing previously. Why am I mixing blue? Oh, I'm gonna do like that like light gray highlight on this face. I just know that the last scene, Ben says fantastic and returns to him and says, say that again. Yeah, I'm not doing those kids. No. I'm doing classic, campy, early 2000s superhero movies are really light and fun and not to say that superhero movies have to always be light and fun or whatever, because I am an advocate for Marvel changing up their formula and filming things different for the different people that they're making. But it was just bad. I have not seen anything with the new Fantastic Four besides them and their costumes. I didn't see the teaser or anything like that. They didn't give him a New York accent? That's crazy. Yeah, and they're using the Lady Silver Surfer. Yeah, when I heard that, I was just like, huh? Oh, and it's not part of the MCU for some reason. Wasn't the point of, like, the Deadpool movie to get everything back together in the same universe? Granted, I didn't see it. I didn't see the last Deadpool. I saw the first Deadpool and I was like, this is too much. The second one, I like wanted to see like the special PG-13 release that they were gonna have, and then I just never did, and I was like, yeah, I'll just never know what these films are like. I'll just never know. Multiverse shenanigans. Yeah. Multiverse bullcrap. But what's the point of having a film that's supposed to be like, oh, going through fixing timelines, yada yada yada. Or even a TV series. What's the point of the Loki show? Doing all this stuff with the TVA and the timelines and trying to set things so that there's not this oppressive regime trying to make it so that there's one singular timeline and whatnot. Or just keeping the timeline separate or whatever. Keep branches off so that, you know, there's not an incursion or whatever Marvel jibber jabber there is. What was the point of all that? And then make a movie where it's like, oh, going through time traveling. And then not trying to get everything smashed together where they're interacting, you know? It just, I don't know. I don't know, they really want to keep the status quo instead of making a reset event happen. There's been so many chances for reset events. They just need to do it. They could have did it with the whole blip and bringing people back and what's its face. They could have did it in the Spider-Man movie. They could have did it, you know, with all this TVA stuff. Like, they keep teasing incursions, but just have it happen and it resets everything, like in the comics. Like, yes, there just needs to be an incursion in one singular movie, and then everything is just reset. Like, it could still be the same actors that we're used to. It could still, you know, Falcon, the Thunderbolts, the other people, they could still be there, but there could be, like, things of, like, alternate Marvel history, you know, them talking about mutant riots, or it was civil rights things with mutants, and it's stuff the Fantastic Four did, and then it's just, like, there could be all this stuff, and then there's just one person that just knows, like, hey, this is not what I remember, like they did with House of M in the comics with Wolverine. Now, there doesn't have to be a thing of, like, and there could even be a thing of, like, them trying to get back, whoever is the main character of this incursion movie, trying to get back to that timeline that they're from. But it's too late, and everything's smashed together, and they just have to get used to this new normal. There, Marvel, give me a bunch of money for writing your script for you. That's all they have to do. If they go with the House of M plotline to reset the timeline, but there's no way to fix it, then they can just start having all these movies and all these characters interact from here on out. That's all they have to do. There doesn't have to be, well, there's a build up with, like, oh, possible incursion here, multi-timeline stuff here. Just make it, stop teasing all this stuff for like 20 years out or whatever. Just make a movie where all these, because we've seen them mess with the timeline so many times now. Just make a singular movie where all this stuff happens, and everything is together. Right? But someone knows it's not supposed to be. But there's no way to go back. And that's just what we have to deal with now. Just do that. Because we wanted all these people to be together from the start. The X-Men with the Avengers and with the Fantastic Four. But Marvel sold their rights because they were going under as a comic book company. So they sold their media rights to Sony, to Fox, whatever. Just make it so that, since they have all their rights back, well, at least most of them, just make it so that there's a movie where it just sets up the fact that everyone is now together. It's not that hard. That's all they gotta do. That's it. It's that simple. You can make it centered wherever you want. You could have it be in New York and have Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Blade all work in the streets together trying to stop some sort of vampire thing or whatever. Just do whatever. Have whatever people you want. Just make a movie where they are all together. Or they could do what they did with the Ultimate Universe, where the universe gets deleted and only a few people get brought to the main 616. The few people being Miles and the Maker version of Reed. You just need to have all of it together. Stop separating all these bits and pieces. We don't want one movie where they all come together like another Avengers, another Infinity War, or Endgame or whatever. We don't want to see them all just together for like a little bit and then they go back into their little pockets or whatever. We want to see them interact. We want to see nuggets and their in the TV shows of, you know, them being together. Just do it. Just do it. I never fixed this man's lips. This is too dark, Tina. Well, this is gonna be the new shadow color for the folds of the lips, guys. Daredevil series recently had a good moment where Kamala and Spider-Man are referenced as existing, which is nice. Funnily enough, She-Hulk hasn't come up a single time, even though there was that whole arc with Matt banging her. I didn't see the She-Hulk series, I just heard people reference the fact that, you know, they were dating or whatever, and that apparently Bruce Banner has a son? A Hulk son? I was like, okay, this is new information to me. Of all the things I've heard people complain about the She-Hulk show, I did not know that was a thing. Just got like 5 Discord messages at once. Oh, okay, never mind. They came in earlier. Discord's just being silly. Yeah, Hulk's son from Sakaar. They never mentioned... Why just have a throwaway thing? They could have mentioned the fact that he had a kid on Sakaar. Why just throw that in randomly with the She-Hulk show? This looks so weird when I'm looking at it on the monitor. Like, in front of me, it's like, yeah, it's alright, but on the monitor, it just looks strange. It's not supposed to look strange, it's supposed to look fantastic. I'm just gonna do the classic white hairs while I'm thinking about it. I mean, his hair, it needs more to it anyway, but I just want to get that in there right now. We're never gonna see a good Hulk portrayal again. Ross turning Red Hulk was the most Hulk thing we're gonna get for 20 years. Because for some reason, the studio just doesn't want to push Hulk at all. That's... I don't get it. I don't... Hulk is a vastly popular superhero. They could just... This looks so strange. Dude, attach the attachment, please. There we go. My email hates me. I swear. I just want to attach the image, please. Well, while my phone figures out how to send an attachment, I'm gonna put on some coloring on Ben Grimm. Some area. I'm gonna set Mr. Fantastic aside before I can grade my work. I'm just gonna get some Ben Grimm stuff done. Need some magenta. I don't get why they don't want to really use the main people you think about when you say the word Marvel. You think Spider-Man, you think Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man. Like, I get that there's other iterations of Hulk, there's other iterations of Captain America and Iron Man. I get that. I understand that. They're not as popular. Yeah, he does got a lazy eye. It's, yeah. I'm gonna set him to the side for a little bit. One thing that did not make sense to me about the new Captain America film was that when Ross turned into a Hulk, why did his own Secret Service decide, hey, the Hulk angry, let me shoot at him? You know, that just seems like something you don't do to a Hulk. Like, oh no, all these people here at this press conference are in danger. Let me shoot at someone. You know? And let's say he wasn't as strong as the regular Hulk or whatever, right? Secret Service just shot the president? Come on now. That was not smart on any of those agents' parts. How are they not in prison? I really wish Marvel Studios had the same passion and ability as the devs behind Marvel Rivals. Or at least some passion, you know? Something. Not to just make CGI slop, but like actually have a story and heart and things like that. And not to just be like, oh, here's something where in front of a blue screen, jump, punch, kick. I don't know, it's so hard to like things and to be a fan of things. I don't think that's just like a thing of like becoming an adult and realizing some things are stupid. I just think it's because the wrong people are writing things now. And writing just genuinely used to be better. And people that are probably gonna actually be good for a project, or actually be good for something, are just working on indie stuff because it doesn't go with the narrative. Or the message that things are trying to be pushed and pulled now. Like the whole Devil May Cry and demons are just refugees thing. They're humanoid refugees from another dimension. People got so many just trash ideas, and the studios are just like, yes, here's all my money. Make that. And the people that want to stick to source material, or at least be close to the actual heart and soul of original existing IPs, are just ignored or talk trashed about in comment sections online. And it's like, oh, toxic fans again. Toxic fans got this project canceled. You know, it's just like the people that actually like this thing just didn't support. You know what's scary? What's scary? The producer behind DMC has in the past said they want to make a Berserk adaptation. Again, still have not seen Berserk, but based on what they did with DMC, I don't think it'll be a true and good adaptation to the source material. That's what people say, that it's peak. I just haven't taken the time to actually search it out and stuff. and Adi Shankar would do something awful to it. It would be a worse adaptation than that 2016, 2017 anime. I just don't get why studios or writers or producers and stuff would volunteer to be a part of a project that you're not going to be faithful to, you know? Like the woman who wrote the Barbie movie is going to be doing a Narnia series. And they were looking at female actresses to play Aslan, the lion who was supposed to be Jesus. Not like metaphorically Jesus. He literally tells Lucy, in my world you know me by another name. He literally sacrifices himself for the greater good of the humans. It's not even literally Lion Jesus, and they want to cast Meryl Streep to voice Jesus. Excuse me? I don't get why studios do these things. Jesus was a woman, don't you know? It's very well documented. It could be, I mean, it's blasphemous and disrespectful either way, but it'd be different. Like, when I heard that one woman from Wicked was being cast as Jesus and Jesus Christ Superstar, it's like, okay, this is already making fun of, this is already blasphemous anyway, so whatever. But, like, hey, this is supposed to be, like, an actual representation, blah, 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 blah. Here's woman Jesus, and it's just like, no, that's not how this is supposed to go at all. What's next? Princess Caspian? That's gonna be a hot mess, the whole project. That whole thing. If I ever create like a beloved IP, I'm just gonna have it in my will that no one can adapt it. Like, give the rights to one of my children and be like, you cannot adapt this. Anyone who is not gonna remain faithful to the story and the message of this cannot adapt this, and just have it, I don't know, find some sort of way for it to just go on forever. Like, I'm all for different identities being leads and whatnot, but just make them a new thing. Just make a new thing for them. We don't need Lady Thor. Thor isn't a mental. Yeah. It's just laziness. It's laziness, and it's like... It's laziness and, like, nostalgia bait. Because it's like, oh, here's this thing you really loved and really enjoyed. You see the shiny? You see the shiny? You see the shiny? Here, you see the shiny? Now the shiny's a little bit different. The shiny's a little bit different. It's some sort of weird, pathetic bait and switch. I think the email finally loaded. Yes, the attachment finally attached. It's weird and gross and lazy, and I hate that they keep doing this. Like, some stories and some things don't need a fresh take. They just don't. Like, I saw one, there's this kids Christian movie that is, that came out like a week or two ago. That's been doing extremely well, and it's been hard to get tickets for. My sister's actually taken my nieces and nephews to see that later on today. But there's like a critic review that complained that, because it's literally just like it's stories like Charles Dickens, like retelling the life of Jesus to his youngest son is what's going on in the movie. And someone complained that there wasn't anything new. It's just like, really? Somewhat. The story from the world's most popular religion doesn't have anything, didn't do anything new with it. It's just, you know, new animation and, you know, stuff like that. It's just, what did you expect from someone telling their child about Jesus Christ? What were you expecting? What were you expecting, critic, huh? Like, what was the point of saying there wasn't anything new? It's just like, it's... Let me zoom this out just a tiny bit, because it's making his face look so much bigger than what it is. Maybe I did just make his face too big. I don't know how this compares to the. Let me put this at 100%. Why is. No, we're not looking at that. We're looking at. Oh, because this is at 9%, that's why. Ha ha ha. Just seeing how I lined up the previous image on top of. Okay. People want to tell new stories, use new characters, don't use old characters to try and steal their heart and soul and light and message to put in whatever narrative you want to put in. Don't take an existing character, shove your hand up them like a puppet, and then make them say what you want them to believe. If that's not what they believe, or it's not what they stood for, or what the story was even about. Like they create soulless husks wearing the faces of your beloved things from childhood to try and get them to believe things that you never would have believed before. It's like, oh, let me have this spokesperson to say this thing, even though they're getting paid. You know, it just feels, it's weird. It's weird. They hollow out these characters, make them do and say things that they would not have done, would not have said, would not have represented. I'm not just talking about the heroes, they do it with villains too. They just... take the heart and soul out of things, and I don't like it. I don't like what they do. Okay, the nose isn't that far off. Let me... the lips though. The lips. looks totally like him, but I think you can look at this and get the feel that it is a Reed Richards, you know? I'm gonna do some more stuff in the hair, and then I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the time on Ben Grimm. Just because I think doing the rock texture would be very interesting and very fun to do. Oh, he does not have pupils. Let's have some pupils, guys. And after the pupils dry, I will put like a little shine in his eyes so he doesn't look so dead. Ben Grimm. It's been a while since I painted rock texture. I forgot how much fun I think it is. It's strange the things that we nerd out about, you know? if the whole thing is a studio problem or a Mark Ruffalo problem. Sometimes things is the actors and not so much like the writers or the studio. Remember when Chris Evans said he was going to retire from acting? When he was after Infinity War, but then he just kept making more movies. They just weren't Marvel. Marvel is just so frustrating to me. make a gray to try and get rid of these lines. It's not exact gray. I'm gonna go back and look at Reed for a little bit. Cause I think this is a nice bin. I think that's pretty good. Just put a little shine in his eyes. Just gonna darken up some of the cracks and crevices in his skin. There, I think that looks a little better. Reed Richards. I don't need this to look exactly like BON, but I do want to just adjust some things. Because this eye it's been bothering me for a little bit. The shape of it. I should have just been more pink. I'm nearly done. I'm just playing around with some different things. I'm trying to see if I can make it look slightly more like EON, but again, in this one I think it's fine if it's not exactly. I think those baby lashes are a bit too long, but oh, whole drop of water, whole drop of water. Get off there, get off there. A tiny bit more detail into this eyebrow, and then I'm gonna call it for the day. Starting to look like, gosh, what was that guy's name? This is starting to look like Green Arrow from the Smallville TV show to me for some reason. I think it was what I did to the nose and the baby lashes on the bottom eyelid. It's giving that guy. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna, if I keep messing with this, it's just gonna look more like someone else. Yeah, the more I touch this, the more it's looking like that guy from Small Dog. So yeah, I'm gonna call it for a day. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys spending time with me while I make tiny things. Got my phone. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you chilling with me, hang with me. Thank you for those of you that watch this back on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, next week I don't know. I might do some more portraits, or I'll do some portraits over the weekend, and then I'm gonna take inventory and see. I do want to do a Sue and a Johnny for the Fantastic Four, just so that they're all together. But I'm going to see how many people I have for this Marvel print, and see if I need to do anything else, or yeah, I'm just gonna take inventory and stock of that, and see how many people I have, and see if I want to add new people, if I want to, you know, take some portraits out or rework some portraits. But I'll definitely have that print ready for Comic-Con, and I'm still working on my sister's book. We're getting, I know I keep saying it's like nearly done, but it is like nearly, at least on my part, it's nearly done. But yeah, I appreciate you